Hey everybody on YouTube, this is Kyle Snyder once again, aka Clipton, and I know it's gonna happen very soon, in a couple of days where a lot of head coaches are gonna get fired in the NFL. So I figured this time around I'm gonna do a prediction video on who I think's going to get fired and who I think will become new head coaches for the next season. And yeah, I know it's probably something that, I don't wish anyone to lose their jobs in this day and age, especially with another recession about to happen next year, but I figured I might as well do it, just for the sake of doing it. But anyways, as we all know, there have been some coaches that have been doing bad jobs, and some coaches are gonna get fired due to management changes. So here are my predictions on what's going to happen on Monday. The following head coaches I predict are going to get fired on Monday: Chan Gailey of the Buffalo Bills, Pat Shurmur of the Cleveland Browns, Mike Mularkey of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Mike Munchak of the Tennessee Titans, Romeo Crennel of the Kansas City Chiefs, Norv Turner of the San Diego Chargers, Andy Reid of the Philadelphia Eagles, Ron Rivera of the Carolina Panthers, and Ken Whisenhunt of the Arizona Cardinals. So in total, I'm predicting that 9 head coaches will lose their jobs on Monday or a few days after Monday. Basically after the regular season is over. As for new head coaches to be hired, here are my predictions. First and foremost, Andy Reid's definitely going to become a head coach again for next season, even though it won't be with the Eagles. And there's some speculation that he could be going to the Chargers, but I don't think that's where he's going. My prediction is that he's going to stay on the NFC side, but he's going to be the new head coach of the Carolina Panthers. And yes, it may sound like a strange fit, but hey, we've seen stranger things happen, coaching-wise. Alright, next up, Bruce Arians. He's been a terrific offensive coordinator for the Indianapolis Colts, and he's done a tremendous job in Chuck Pagano's absence. So you gotta imagine that the job that he did while Chuck Pagano was undergoing chemotherapy for leukemia, you gotta imagine that's going to catch the attention of a lot of owners and general managers, and that Bruce Arians would definitely get a head coaching job. So I'm predicting that he's going to be the head coach for the Arizona Cardinals, because the Cardinals are in deep need of better offense. And obviously, since Bruce Arians is an offensive mindset, basically a mindset of an offensive coordinator, it would be a perfect fit. Alright, next up I'm predicting Rob Ryan, the defensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm predicting he'll finally become a head coach, but he's going to be in the same division as his brother Rex. Yeah, Rob Ryan, I'm predicting he's going to be the head coach of the Buffalo Bills, because the Bills, I feel, are in need of better defense as well as offense, but, defense more so. And it would make an interesting rivalry between him and Rex, because they'd face each other twice a season, guaranteed. So, yeah, Rob Ryan to the Buffalo Bills is my prediction. Next up, we got Casey Bradley, the defensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks. Now, obviously, he's going to stay on the west side, except he's going to be in the AFC conference instead of the NFC. I'm predicting he's going to be the head coach for the San Diego Chargers. The Chargers are in need of a better defensive set, and I think that the way Casey Bradley's been doing with the Seahawks, I predict he can do just as good of a job with the Chargers. Next up, is Dirk Koetter. I hope I'm pronouncing that last name right. But he's the offensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons. I think it's about time that he finally gets the nod for a head coaching job. And I'm predicting he's going to go to the Tennessee Titans. Obviously, Jake Locker and a few other offensive players for the Titans are in need of, they deserve a better coach. And obviously you want to have an offensive mindset, so Dirk Koetter would be the perfect choice for the Titans. Next up, we got Rick Dennison, the offensive coordinator for the Houston Texans. I'm predicting that he'll be going to the NFC side and to the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, the Eagles will be in need of some better offensive coaching, and with the way the Texans have been playing on offense this season, I feel that it would be a perfect fit for a Texans coordinator to be the head coach for the Eagles. Obviously the Eagles, they have been horrible this season, and a lot of it has to do with their offense. And so obviously Rick Dennison should get the nod for the new Eagles head coach job. Now, the next three that I predict are going to be new head coaches are going to be from the college ranks. First up is Chip Kelly, the head coach of Oregon. Obviously there are a lot of rumors going around that he could be entering the NFL as a head coach. And if he is, I'm predicting that he is going to go to the Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, the Chiefs are in need of a big-time head coach, one who can properly motivate the players to give it 110% effort, and Chip Kelly would be perfect for that position. And obviously, the Chiefs would also need a new quarterback, which I predict Chip Kelly would be able to figure out which one would be a perfect fit for the Chiefs in the upcoming draft. Next up, we have Nick Saban. And I know he's been a head coach in the NFL before, and obviously he wasn't too well received in his second season with the Miami Dolphins. He ended up going back to the college ranks, coaching for Alabama. I think it's about time he comes back to the NFL. But this time, I'm predicting he's going to be going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Obviously, the Jaguars are another team that's in desperate need of superior head coaching, and hopefully Nick Saban won't blow it this time in the NFL. And last but not least, Mark Richt of the Georgia Bulldogs. Obviously, the Georgia Bulldogs have had a tremendous season. They fell short of their bid to make it to the national championships, but I predict that Mark Richt is worthy enough to become a head coach in the NFL, and he'll be going to the Cleveland Browns. Now, obviously Pat Shurmur should not be the head coach of the Cleveland Browns, but at the same time, the Browns have to look for a high-ranked caliber head coach. Otherwise they're not going to get that far. The last good head coach they had was Butch Davis. So, we all know where he came from. So those are my predictions on who's getting fired and who's going to be hired for the next season as far as head coaching is concerned. So thank you very much for watching, and if you have predictions, leave it in the responses below or leave a video response to this video, because I'm interested to see what everyone else is thinking as to who's getting fired and who's getting hired as far as head coaching is concerned. Thank you very much for watching.